Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me grow. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow, call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love, still gonna try, I won't give up, still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically, studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by, but I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
What is going on, WFL? We are here for the 2024 WFL Draft. I'm here with my analyst and draft guru, Too Cold and Winovus, respectively. How are you doing, guys?
Pretty good, sir. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Not everybody at once. But all right, guys. Well, this is what we've been looking forward to all off season. I know it's only been a couple days, and this off season has flown by. The season flew by as well. But how are we feeling tonight? Too Cold, I'll start with you.
Oh, pretty good, man. I mean, the draft, this draft class, just reading all these Buckman's boards, and there's plenty of talent coming out today. I mean, I think a lot of teams are going to pick up some elite level talent that are going to grow and become studs.
Okay. Winovus, what about you, sir?
Well, I'm sitting with picks 4 and 16, and I've got some actual plans this go around, which is rare. Usually I'm scrambling because I've been busy making the draft board. It's done. It's been done for a little bit. So there is lots of talent all around. You might be thin at some positions, large talent, but there is a lot of talent at certain spots if you're looking for especially maybe a quarterback of the future, there's some guys in this draft that can maybe help you out.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about what you guys are seeing on the screen there. These are actual college highlights provided to us by Sick Edits. We used him last year, and he does a fantastic job with highlight videos. So enjoy those highlight videos while we go through our actual draft. Obviously, we don't have real players in this draft. This is a Madden generated draft, but for your guys' enjoyment while you're watching the show and waiting for your pick, maybe you can get some enjoyment out of these college highlights. It's about a 20-minute video, so it will continue to run and loop. So I hope you guys enjoy that. With that being said, as far as I go, this has been the hardest draft I've ever prepared for because, in my opinion, just for my team, I don't have a lot that I'm excited about when I look at the class itself. But I will also say that picking from where I'm picking at, which is pick 32, jokes aside. It's a little bit harder to plan when there's so many teams in front of you. So I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else does, and I hope this is a great draft, gentlemen.
Yeah, we feel really bad for you, bro. I feel so bad for you.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Yeah.
Winibus, talk. I had my own personal opinions, but you talk to us about how you feel about this draft. You're our draft guru. How do you feel about this class?
Honestly, I'm just Ohio State is going to have a lot of transfer portal players next year in real life. I mean, because there's going to be so many guys that leave the team. There's a lot of studs coming out of there. But me, I really look at safeties and defensive backs, and there's two of them I loved this year. Philip Porter coming out of Vanderbilt. He's a little bit small. I mean, he's 5'11", he's 210, but he's only 21 years old. He's going to grow bigger, but he had, if you look on the board, he had the most elite vision, and you saw it on the field. I mean, the way he closes in and reads plays, so amazing. I think obviously it's going to be a lot harder to do that on the NFL level, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he does.
Okay. Winibus, overall class, how you feeling about this?
I think, especially if you're looking for help in linebackers, I think linebackers a lot deeper and deceptively deep compared to years past. Now, there's not a lot of edge rusher help. So if you're looking for somebody like a 3-4 edge rusher, there's not many of those guys available at the outside spots. But linebacker as a whole has a lot of coverage guys. There's a lot of guys that can definitely help you out if you like to play a lot of coverage with your linebackers. Corners looks fairly deep. Safety looks very good, at least at the top end. My guy that I know Cole singled out Philip Porter, but the guy I'm looking at is a top strong safety, Tayshawn Aiken. That's a guy that's going to be a beast, 6'2", 221, ran a 4.46 40. I mean, this guy is going to be a monster. Whoever picks him up.
Okay. Awesome. So we're thinking that this is a strong defensive draft. I know defensive tackle looks pretty thick, but on the offensive side of the ball, I think the offensive line's pretty deep too, right?
Yes, there are some nice picks out there, and I'll let Cole go into detail of a couple of them. But across the board, at least if you're wanting to jump in that offensive line hole early, especially at tackle, tackle's pretty deep at both left and right tackle. Guard is a little bit of a struggle. Center's a little bit of a struggle, but if you're looking for somebody to kind of be that edge benchmark, that guy that covers the edge up, protects the blind side of your QB, there are some guys on both sides that can help you out in this draft for sure.
I agree 100%. Like you said, tackle is where it's going to be, especially the first 2 days or first 2 rounds. You're going to see a lot of talent, but then it does kind of drop off, especially in the center. But when it comes to the tackles, though, I definitely like Rasheem Bolden out of Stanford. He's a huge guy already. At 21 years old. He's already 6'6" and 316 pounds. And I definitely think he'll go really, really early. He's elite across the board already. So, excuse me. But, the tackles are pretty stacked. I think we're going to see a lot of talent out of the first 2 rounds for sure.
Okay, gentlemen. Well, Winibus, whenever you're ready, you're our commissioner, you're our leader. Whenever you're ready to take us in, we'll go in. And I really appreciate the pre-analysis, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
And I'll give it another couple of seconds because on my clock it's technically now it's rolled over. So yeah, we're going to jump in. Here we go. Start drafting.
Here we go.
So
good luck to everyone except polio. I hope everyone he drafts actually has polio. So
all right. I think our Chiefs owner, unfortunately, won't be here tonight. He had some real life issues that kept him away, and rightfully so. So wish him the best. We're gonna go ahead and skip ahead to the second pick in the draft. We're gonna go ahead and skip that. Next user pick, please. And the pick is Rasheem Bolden goes first overall to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's exactly who I just said. I said Rasheem Bolden from Stanford.
Rasheem Bolden,
the huge guy. He went first overall.
Anchors that line for sure.
Yeah.
What can you guys tell us about him?
Well, like I said, just his size and then his strength. He was elite across the board. I'm not surprised at all, and it's really lucky for the Chiefs owner for auto picking the best tackle in the draft.
Gerald Day goes second to the Rams.
Yeah, I had some inside info that he was looking at defensive end, somebody to potentially replace Aaron Donald, and he feels like he found that guy in Gerald Day, the top left end on the board, probably one of the better speed-based rushers out there, 6'2", 256, 21 years old. A guy who graded out very well at the combine for his size, speed, had an awesome swim move in college, and hopefully he can take that to the NFL level, especially with Aaron Donald kind of showing in the ropes there.
Man, that is another playmaker for the Rams line. I don't think Aaron Donald's quite finished yet, but having those two together on day one is scary for any opposing quarterback.
Yeah, he is definitely the top.
Yeah. The nice thing about the Rams is that there was no bad pick. I mean, unless he picked a punter or a kicker at 2, I mean, anything he picked up was going to be an improvement. That Rams team is in an awful way. It's a true rebuild, and good luck to Coach TST 4788. He's got his hands full, but at least he's in a division that's competitive. I'll put it that way.
Well said.
Yeah, trying to be nice. So I do see that Cowboys are online.
Yes, I know he's very excited about this pick. I expect it to be Reggie Nance, but it could be the mobile quarterback. His name is escaping me.
I believe Artie Hill is who you might be talking about.
Hey, guys.
Hey, we might get a live pick here. Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm trying to decide now. I was going to go quarterback first pick, but seeing as how I've got Baker for 3 years and he's pretty solid, I may shift it to either the right tackle or the cornerback.
Oh, that's right. You did pick up Baker free agency.
That's very. I'm an advocate for Baker Mayfield and Madden.
Absolutely, and I think I could probably pick up another quarterback later. But guys, I'm about to make my pick here. Wish me luck.
All right, thanks for popping in and
let's see what Johnny decides.
See what you do, and then we'll talk about it after you're done. You can give us the live update.
And he goes cornerback.
Yeah, Callahan. Okay, so Johnny, talk to us about the pick. What's it look like?
Definitely a stud. That's for sure. Normal, unfortunately, but 91 speed, 95 acceleration, 95 change of direction. So a pretty quick guy. As far as coverage, man coverage, press, both A's, and zone coverage B. B hit power. I mean, it's pretty solid dude.
Okay, as one of us allows us to check out the rest of the cornerback board, and he also goes corner with his first pick. Normal dev, but we got to change of direction. 96 going to be great in the slot. 93 speed, 95. That is all solid, my friend. Congratulations on your pick, Winnibus.
I actually like Connor Woods a lot. I love this pick.
I was looking at either Connor Woods or Pierre Callahan with one of my top 4.
I told you guys the defensive backs in this draft were solid, and we already saw. I think we've seen 2 go off in the first 5 picks, which is pretty cool to see. But wonder what Bills does here. Meek Boy with a pretty solid year.
Meek Boy trading up for this pick, kind of a blockbuster trade. He's coming, I think, from the high 20s all the way up to 5. So I'm really interested to see what he wanted to come up for here, because obviously he has Josh Allen, so we know it's not a quarterback. But it is Glenn Farr, the left outside linebacker from Clemson. Yeah,
and I actually like Glenn Farr. We're actually short. If you see the Niners are coming up in 5 picks, I was hoping Glenn Farr would drop to me, but that dude is a stud out of Clemson. He's the number 1 outside linebacker in the draft.
One of us, what can you tell us about him?
had my highest Buckman's Big Board grade of
Yes.
all the players, so that kind of should tell you all you need to know. And Artie Hill, I knew Manchill was worried about this one getting snaked from him, but he gets him at pick 6. He had been talking to me like, "What are you taking?" He was asking me, and I said, "Well, I'm taking corner." He's like, "Okay, so you're not taking quarterback?" I was like, "I've got Kyler Murray. I'm good."
I'd love to hear from him if he's listening.
I think he said he's trying to get in chat, but he said Network Studio wasn't working for him for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, well that's unfortunate, but I know he's excited. I know that in our real life draft, he took Anthony Richardson last time, so he knows how to use a mobile quarterback, and I think he got exceptionally better when he did use a mobile quarterback as opposed to Kenny Pickett, who is similar to a statue.
Yeah, he prefers the ability to have that dual threat quarterback, and I think he's going to be happy with Artie Hill. I have a feeling because Artie Hill was a monster at the combine at the quarterback position. The dude was athletic as all get out and could make all the throws. So I think he's going to be very, very, very happy with Artie Hill.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see how he develops him. He could end up being. I would like to. It would have been cool if he could hop on and let us know what his dev is. But I think he definitely is gonna progress really quickly as long as he gets all the starts and makes good decisions.
Pick 7 is the Lions. Okay.
He took Armand Peak.
Yeah, Armand Peak, the top defensive tackle, and then Tyler Forsett, the speed demon out of Florida, goes ace to the Green Bay Packers as they get some speed. Mike Duckworth goes ninth. Hey, people are just flying off the board.
Yeah, flying off the board faster than we can talk about it.
Exactly.
Look at Duckworth coming out of there. Did you see that coming, or is that kind of a shock to you, Winnibus?
No, I talked to Smash a little bit and was kind of picking his brain a little bit, and I think he's of the same mindset as myself. Essentially, getting those trench guys, both offensive and defensive line, is nice because those rookie contracts are really nice, even first-round picks. Whereas instead of having to pay a guy like $15-16 million for like a 74-75 overall in free agency, you can just draft a guy that's hopefully in that range, get him for 4 years plus in the first round anyway, get a fifth year option. I mean, he was looking to bolster his defensive line, and that's a solid pickup. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. He doesn't do one thing particularly well, but he is very good at getting after the ball carrier. He's good in run defense for sure. So he's definitely got himself a good player to help out with that 4-3 style that he likes to run.
Okay. Well, right now we have a live pick from our analyst, Too Cold. Talk to us about what you're doing, buddy, what you're thinking, and possibly where you're going here.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm a little still the people that are still available. I was thinking about going tackle. We lost Trent Williams due to retirement. Pretty thin at O-line, and he's still available. He was projected to be a top 5 pick. But I'm going over the Buckman's report and stuff, and it's kind of hard to pass up on DeMarcus McNeil. I know he's a right end, but we're also really thin right now at left end. I could put him there, and he could be on the other end with Bosa and do some damage. So this is tough. It's between those three. I mean those two. I'm surprised they're both still there. Like I said, they were projected to go top 5. So I think from what I've already scouted, I like what I see out of Earl Edwards. It's just a tough call. I don't know. I'm trying to. I mean, Gordon Farr is also still there. That's someone I scouted and favorited. Damn, this is a tough one. And I know I'm not going to get any advice from a. All right, I'm just going to do it. Let's go.
No, you can ask for advice.
I'm trying to. Well, right
advice.
tackle is really bad for the Niners. That's it says top team needs is right tackle, so I got to do it.
If I were you, Cold, what I would do is I would go offensive line because those are expensive in free agency, and you need all the cap space you can muster.
Yeah, exactly. No, well said. Yeah, you're right. Yes, sir.
Great pick.
Oh, he's got hidden dev, 83. Yeah, I'm happy with this one. Yeah, good strength, 85. Acceleration is high. That's kind of surprising on a tackle, 83. But yeah,
he had good grades. He was one of the top speed tackles coming out. I think he was first in speed. He ran a sub 4.940. So
yeah, that is it's surprising. Yeah, he has pretty high. Awareness and impact blocking. It says A. Run block finesse is A. So yeah, I'm actually happy with this pick. I'm definitely gonna focus train the hell out of Earl.
All right, well, congratulations. Raiders on the clock. One of us, where do you think Lemigra goes here?
Oh, I think it's tough to nail down Lemigra. He kind of builds a team to the beat of a different drum. So I don't really. I would probably say, if anything, he's probably going to look maybe at linebacker. I know his linebackers aren't the greatest. He might also look at defensive line to help out Max Crosby. I'm not familiar with his offensive line to know what kind of state it's in. He also could go quarterback. He's got Jimmy G, who isn't getting any younger. Maybe he picks one of these top quarterbacks that's still on the board, since all of them are pretty much still there, other than Artie Hill. Maybe he goes quarterback and gets somebody to groom behind Jimmy G in the future. I mean, that would be a not bad pick, especially at pick 12. You get a good value there for some of these guys that were listed as top 5, like a Reggie Nance.
Actually, I was first. Yeah, I was gonna say, like you at first, right? The defensive line. There's still some stacked talent up there, but then when you pointed that about Reggie Nance, and then Clinton is still out there as well. I mean, he really could go with quarterback, and I don't think that would be a bad call either. So it's. Yeah.
As I am, Meek Boy was in the studio for a minute. I'm asking him to come back. I would like to hear about the pick that he traded up for and how that was and see what exactly he got. But we'll wait for him to come back. Who else is picked? And Packers. Emperor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Talk about that speedy receiver you just took, my friend. How fast is he?
He's got 95 speed, so he's pretty quick. I didn't know if I wanted to go receiver because I'm pretty good at receiver. I just signed KJ Osborne, but that his upside was too high to pass up on him. Best athlete, probably one of the best athletes in this draft.
Yeah, for
Agreed,
sure.
100% agreed. Yes, sir.
I think so too, and absolutely trailblazer in the wide receiver game for this draft at least. We'll see how it relates in the NFL as you continue on with the Jordan Love project. I appreciate you coming on and letting us know.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Meek Boy, talk to us about Farr, my friend.
Yeah, I liked what I seen. I scouted him a little further. He wasn't highly touted. He was like round 3 to 4. But when I had to deeply evaluate him, he has some of the aspects of some of the best pass coverage guys in the draft, and he's a run stopper as well, with an 8 catching, 8 play rec. I like those things. I have a linebacker, and he's 87 speed. He's one of the faster ones. Well, I felt like he was good. He fits my play style defensively. I like fast guys, 6'3". He's decent height. I like those guys running around, hopefully making plays on the ball.
Yeah, you had a lot of turnover on your defense here this past offseason, and I'm glad to see you fill a hole there. So you think that this is one of the missing pieces, and do you think that you filled that need?
Yeah, definitely. I got rid of one of my better left ends to get that pick. More of a money saving pick, more of a money saving decision, I should say. But yeah, that's one piece right there. I definitely plan on attacking my defense more, even adding somebody to that line potentially. But yeah, it's definitely a piece to go beside Matt Milano, who's getting a little bit older. And yeah.
Well, I appreciate you dropping by, buddy. I appreciate you coming back in. I'm sorry I didn't get to you right away, but thanks for dropping by and giving us some insight.
Hey, it's no problem at all. I'm gonna keep tuning into the show.
Yeah, we'll see you in the second round.
All right, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, guys. TJ Mack is on the clock right now. What are we thinking he's doing? He is in the studio with us. Actually, yeah, he's in the studio with us. We'll hear from him in a minute with his pick. But where do you guys think he's going here?
Well, I mean, obviously not quarterback. He's sat there for a long time, but I don't know, man. I mean, they're a solid team. I'm not sure if they're hurting anywhere in particular. I mean, I can't see their team needs, obviously. I mean, because of the top 5 talent, as far as when Madden says, is still on the board. I don't think it would hurt to just pick any of them, except a quarterback, obviously, like I said. But yeah, I honestly don't know where he could go here.
I think if I were him, I'd probably go with some kind of playmaker for Lamar Jackson. So if he sees a wide receiver that looks good, that's in that top area, maybe he goes there. There's Willie Watson, I do believe, is still out there.
Yes.
So that's a guy he could maybe take who's a top end guy on the board. I will say, though, he needs to hustle a little bit because he's well past 2 minutes now. So if he doesn't hustle here, I'm going to automatically pick for him if he doesn't hurry up.
What do you guys think of a running back for him?
Could be. He just needs a playmaker,
or he takes offensive tackle. I mean, he could do that too.
Oh.
Which that's a perfect good pick too.
I was looking at that tight end Marquise Smith for him, but he does have Mark Andrews already, so this would be like but not a bad pick. Gordon Farr was actually a very, very good, highly leveled tackle coming out of Ohio State. Like I said earlier, they have a really good draft class this year.
Now Buster's on the clock, so back-to-back NFC or AFC North foes picking.
Buster on the clock. I expect this to be. Honestly, I expect it to be Willie Watson. I truly.
You think he's going to load up on wide receiver?
Yeah, he did it last year, and there's no reason why he wouldn't do it again. But he was looking for a defense as well. I know he's been asking for
defense was a struggle for him this year. If it were me, I would want to look at a defensive playmaker. If it were me, but Rustin knows way more about this and has made won way more playoff games in his short time in WFL than I have in 14 years. So I'm not going to argue with his GMing skills.
Oh yeah, he's an offensive guy. He loves to sling that rock. So yeah. I've seen more 50-point games with that dude than anybody else. So not surprised if he does go that route with a speedy wide receiver.
He goes defense. That's not a bad pick. Get you a run stuffer guy up the middle. Jalen Milstead there at pick 14. So
I actually did have Milstead on my board as well. With the 11th pick, depending on who was already picked off at that point, I would have definitely taken Milstead. So this is not a bad pick at all at that point.
I'm kind of hoping Rusta hops into us. That's the first time that I think that he's taken a defensive player in any draft that I've been with him in. So I'd love to hear his take.
For this monumental event. All right, so
it absolutely is.
We do have the Eagles on the clock, so he is here. Jalen Milstead was a hidden dev player. I actually see him in the they've got him posted in Draft Central. And if you're listening and you want to see where everything is as far as pictures, they'll be posted hopefully in Draft Central. Everybody's kind of posting their pictures there. I direct them to post there.
Well, ask and I shall receive. Rusta is in the house. He is in the studio. And how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, well done on Milstead.
Yeah, talk to us about your newest defensive tackle.
Yeah, I needed a big body up front. Offense has just basically drugged the Bengals through the mud last year. So I picked up Michael Pierce in free agency, and I felt like Milstead with a 94 strength would be a good run stuffer, if nothing else. He's a hidden dev.
Nice.
So we're looking for big things from Milstead this year.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Yeah, 6'3", 317 pounds. Yeah. He's only 22, so yeah, he's. I think he's going to do really well. And hidden dev, then yeah, that was an excellent pick, brother.
So, Rusta, I do have a question. It's a little bit of a hard one. So, how do you feel about taking a player that you can't control on the field? How does that translate for you?
Honestly, it's a focus for me because the players that you can't control on the field, those are the players that you want to step up. You want those players to have your back, right? So if you're going to pick a player, and especially in a draft, defensive tackle, you want studs there, right? So that's my mindset. I can't control them, so hopefully I get the best of the bunch, the big one of the litter, if you will, and let them get to scrapping.
Okay, well, we appreciate that insight, my friend, and congratulations on your latest pick. And enjoy the rest of the draft. We'll talk to you in the second round.
Fellas, great show. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You are up with stud.
Okay, yep, I am on it. Give me 1 second here. So I noticed we have 3 players that are still top 5 projected,
Yeah,
still on the board here.
I'm telling you, I'm kind of surprised. And then so we're actually skipping over. Wynn just picked. He took a center, Spencer Wall, out of Louisville. How do you feel about that?
Feel very good because he's got hidden dev, and he's actually the top-rated center according to my
Oh, hell
big
yeah.
board.
Nice.
So, 6'3", 313, had great awareness, great combine day. So, I mean, he was a guy I was looking at. I actually was debating between him or Tayshawn Aiken. I was looking real hard at safety because I was like, man, that 6'2", 221 with that speed back there would be nice to go with Isaiah Simmons, with Buda Baker. But ultimately, I decided to go. I signed Ryan Jensen in free agency, so we do have a stud center for now, but he's 33, so I'm not going to probably keep him past this year. So just drafted my center of the future, basically building that offensive line, so that way I don't have to pay for it for a couple of years.
yeah. And, I mean, actually, it's a great pick. He's on your board. I mean, he was great, elite, almost across the board and everything. So yeah, I think this is actually a big win for you. And like you said, he was
real
the
quick,
number one center.
Waffles said he was hopping off for a minute, so we'll try to alert him when it's his time to pick. He said somebody's using his TV, so just want to make that admin note. As far as the Falcons go, I'm in charge of their board this evening. Stud has DeMarcus McNeil at the top as a scheme fit, so here we go. We're going to go with DeMarcus McNeil, and
Is he still available?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Well, that's right. 49. You were talking about him, Cole, taking him.
And he is hidden. Looks like an absolute beast.
Yes.
87 acceleration, agility 81, jumping 85, speed 81, strength 82. So much needed pass rush for this Atlanta Falcons team that he needed. I'm sure Stud's going to be happy with this pick, and I feel good about it for him. So with hidden dev, you can never go wrong.
Yeah, coming out of Clemson, he's a beast. I mean, I'm like you said, he's a top 5 guy for sure. He was I think, arguably the best defensive end in the draft. Really surprised he dropped this low all the way to pick 18. But
17, yes.
Either way, yeah, this was definitely a big win.
That's a good steal pick for Stud. That really is a good steal pick. I thought about him at pick 16. But right now I'm trying to run a hybrid style, and I didn't like his combine numbers for me as a hybrid because I'd have to play him. I'd want to put him at outside linebacker, and I just would be worried about that. But for a 4-3 scheme like what Stud runs, that's perfect. So it was one of those things where it just didn't fit my scheme. But I mean, players are players, so you kind of
he's brand new to that scheme as well. He switched 4-3 later in the season when he found out that he wasn't going to be in the playoffs, so wanted to get that going early. And yeah, the 4-3 switch for the Falcons this year should be huge for their defense.
I came real close to getting him. I was saying it whenever you guys were asking me about my pick at 11, just because I could put him on the other side. I would put him at left end, of course, opposite Bosa. But yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised. Yeah, he's still there. This guy's going to be really, really good, and I think he'll definitely help that Falcons defense.
All right, beat to the rock. Hold on. I think I had a message from him.
He sent me a message saying he was scrambling to get on. So he is. I see him with green light on. So he is hopping on even as we speak. So I'm going to give him a little. I mean, if I gave TJ Mack, a couple of minutes of free reign, then I think I can give, as long as he's notifying me, I can give him a little bit. So.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of pleasantly surprised at how fast the draft is moving, even though we currently don't have the timer on. So, I know we had a couple of hiccups, but I mean, for the most part, most guys have been making their picks within about 2 minutes. So, and I do not have a pick for another 2.5 rounds.
Hello.
Hello.
The draft guru is done till round 4.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Grumpy?
Hey.
How you doing? What's up, Smash?
This man. Yeah, this man.
How's it going, brother?
Oh, it's going. I guess I'm satisfied with my pick. He was top on the board. If not, I was gonna pick the guy the Dolphins just picked. Actually, I needed a D tackle. I wanted that D tackle that who picked that D tackle? Detroit picked. So
Oh yeah, the Armand Peak.
Pete,
Yeah,
yeah. But I got what's his name? Ducksworth.
Duckworth.
So
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
good.
Mike
Yeah,
Duckworth.
yeah.
yeah, so he
Offensive
can
line.
yeah, so he's gonna be on my 4-3 line. So I guess I'll move Chase over the right end and he'll be the left end. And then it's a package I can move him inside. So he is an all around player that I could use for that D
Yeah.
line, which is subpar. So
Still.
Smash, I'm sorry I didn't get to you sooner, brother. Thanks for
that's
hopping
fine.
on.
That's fine. I
And
just saw a little silence, so I said, let me hop in.
yeah, you were part of that. You were part of that. We had a run on picks, and I apologize, my friend. So it's good. It's always good to hear from you, though.
Oh no, that's good. I'm time to step off. I got pick 26. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, sounds good, my
All
friend.
right.
We'll see. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right, who are the last couple of picks I can try to bring in the studio?
Eli Crumpton. It was the Dolphins, and the Falcons. You made the pick for, and then obviously I talked about Spencer Wall because I was picked before the Falcons. So
Okay. I
so
just want to make sure
pretty
that we're
well.
not missing anybody. Yeah, if you guys, if I miss you and you guys want to talk about your pick, just hop in, unmute, and I will introduce you. But yeah, always great to hear from Smash there. Great insight from him, and look forward to seeing his second pick later in the draft.
Alrighty. So the Texans are on. Okay. I'm trying not to skip round one picks because those are kind of valuable, but as we kind of come around to rounds 2 and beyond, I may be a little bit more have an itchy trigger finger after a couple minutes, you know?
Yep.
So just
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
some of the folks didn't know it was going to be paused, so they're like, "Oh crap!" But
yeah, but I wanted to try this just to see how it would work out, and
no, it's not
so
bad.
far,
It's been going pleasantly quick. I'm not gonna lie, just like Juke
yeah.
said.
I mean, this is about the pace we're normally at, even if we had timer on. So
Yeah. Once again, guys, show's going to run first 2 rounds, and then of course the stream will still be up, so you can watch if you need to. But probably not going to be talking as much after that second round.
Graham Burrell, a defensive end for the Texans.
Oh, somebody else to pair with the Terminator.
Graham Burrell, he's got Auburn on one side and he's got Alabama on the other, and I figured you were going to take that 99 awareness guy. I almost can bet that Keon Rose 99 awareness and 99 play recognition, and if Clyde gets on, he'll tell you. I bet he's 99. I just have a feeling. I looked at the guy's numbers and I was like, he's rated round 2 to 3. His coverage skills are bad, but he had an A in play recognition and an A in awareness. I'm like, he's 99.
I'm actually shocked that some of these safeties are still on the board. Aiken's still out there, I believe. And who was the one you were talking about earlier, Cole?
Well, Philip Porter was my favorite one, the guy out of Vanderbilt. Yeah, I think he's still on the board. I haven't seen him get picked off yet. I definitely would have been paying attention. But yeah, I guess there wasn't that much of a need for him, where people just saw opportunities to get defensive line and offensive line stacked up. We haven't seen too many. I mean, I think we might have seen 2 wide receivers. We haven't seen any. Not too many safeties though. Kind of surprising. Not too many cornerbacks either. Now, well, speaking of that, we just saw a cornerback go off the board.
Yeah, we've had 3 corners go off the board, but no safeties yet.
Yeah.
So I am surprised that there's been no safeties taken. So, and I sadly just realized that I have had my controller microphone on the whole time.
Oh, you're good.
That's okay. I
don't hear anything weird.
I have muted it. Playing weird double echo, at least in the network room. If you're trying to watch that stream for whatever reason, if you're watching that stream, go watch the real stream, please. So, but I know the Bucks are on, and Bucks is a brand new user. He's inherited a rebuild scenario. Wasn't terribly happy about that scenario, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, the Bucks are an aging team, especially once Tom Brady left them at the beginning of the cycle. I mean, this is a team that had some holes. The previous owner played them into the playoffs and then played his way out of the league. And essentially, Baratz is inheriting a rough situation from a cap situation and from an age situation. He might encounter a rough year this season, but hopefully he will enjoy his time in WFL and maybe enjoy it right here with a solid first round selection.
Yeah, actually,
for the Buccaneers.
I actually think Willie Watson will be this pick. If he's going to replace Mike Evans, which he still will have this season, that this is the time to do it. And I believe Willie Watson's still on the board out there, gentlemen.
He is still out there on the board. It would possibly be, especially when you consider also he's got Chris Godwin who's aging. He could use some players out there at the wide receiver spot, but he goes offensive line. He did lose Ryan Jensen to a cut for cap reasons. So actually, I don't really hate this pick for him. He takes what he feels is the best center on the board. And,
I'll tell you, I hate it. I hate it because I was hoping he would fall to me. But that's
I was gonna say, why would you? Yeah, this is a good pick. Yeah, Stephen Callaway.
Yeah, good for him, bad for me.
I hate it. Selfish. No, this is a great pick. Actually, not bad. I mean, I also was kind of surprised he fell this low, but I mean, Stephen Callaway, 6'5", 319 pounds at 21 years old. This dude is one of the biggest centers. I think he actually is when it comes to the top ones, but yeah, this is a great pick. He's going to make a difference.
Well, yeah, I mean, I had him scouted at 100, and he had A for awareness, B for impact blocking, and A for pass blocking and run blocking. So
wow,
he's going to be something else. And
he checks all the boards that you want out of your center.
Finally, we have a tight end. So on your real board, Winnibus, this guy had a 99, right?
Correct. He was the top rated player on my big board. Very smart kid, good run blocker for a tight end at this range. Ran a 4.63 at the combine. So this is a guy that can be a receiving threat. This is a guy that can be a threat to block, even though he is a little bit small at 6'3", 236. He's 21 years old. This kid is going to be a nightmare for NFC East users. Beware Cowboys, beware beware Giants, and beware Commanders. Demarius Harris is going to be a force for at least the first 4 years of his career. I feel like that guy is going to be a stud. And knowing T. Hoove, I know he played well in Cleveland before he shifted over to his team, the Eagles. Had a little bit of a rough patch with the Eagles to finish out the season, but I think that year two in WFL for him with his favorite team, I think that NFC East is going to be put on notice.
Yeah, actually, Harris is a great pick. Whenever we were talking about the Baltimore pick earlier, and we were talking about maybe giving Lamar Jackson some weapons, this was besides that the two wide receivers that were still there. I love Harris. I think he's going to be a great. He's definitely the best tight end in the draft. So yeah, I think like you said, he's definitely going to develop into being a pretty good stud. Hopefully, he gets bigger. Like you said, he's kind of undersized, but he's still like only 21. So
yeah, exactly. That's a heck of a pick, and that can pair up with, I believe he's still got Dallas Goedert. So that's a heck of a two tight end combo for Jalen Hurts to throw to.
Hell yeah.
All right. So
I did skip the Saints pick because the Saints are not online. So the Saints pick,
Glenn or Chesky has texted me. He's going to make his pick, and he's going to text me afterwards on his thoughts on it. So just wanted to put that out there. Okay. Let's talk about Jared Beach for a minute. That's an auto pick, but you being pretty familiar, one of us, with the Saints and how they operate. How do you feel about this pick?
You've got. I think that's the one spot you have some weaknesses in that interior position. You don't. You have Cesar Ruiz, who I'm not sure if they re-signed or if they had to re-sign on him whenever we started the cycle, because I know that in real life they re-signed him. But you have Andrews Peete getting older and is terrible. You've got Eric McCoy, you just re-signed at center. You need some interior guard play. You got Ryan Ramczyk and Trevor Penning, who's hopefully develops on that outside. You need some youth there in the interior offensive line. And Jared Beach can fill that hole. I don't know if that was the best pick. I would have probably went with Matt Aldridge myself, but obviously it's an auto pick, so I don't have any control over that. So,
okay. Well, Jared Beach it is. Chesky is on the clock. You're anxiously awaiting his pick. Coming up, we have the Chargers. They will be on. He's been in contact with me on the site.
Okay.
Or on Discord. Smash, his second pick is coming up. And then Jaguars again. Titans, Jets. So I see that Cooley is in the studio. We'll talk to him when his pick comes up. Oh, Chill got in here. Chill, can you unmute yourself and talk to us about your newest quarterback, buddy? Paging the Steelers. Nothing. We'll wait. Okay, so Chargers on the clock now. Tayshaun Aiken, there goes your boy. Let's talk about him for a minute.
I think that's a great pick for the Jaguars. That back end could use some help. I know that the secondary was kind of a struggle for the Jaguars as they went through the season. Tayshaun Aiken's a big boy. He can actually, with his size, depending on his ratings, as far as tackling goes, that's a kid who could play sub linebacker, so that gives him a lot of athleticism and still some size at the sub linebacker position. This is a very versatile piece for Chesky in that Jaguars defense. I love the pick. Even if it's normal dev, that was my one concern with picking him at 16. Mm-hmm. Even if it's normal dev, I think with Chesky and his skill set, his user ability, I think Tayshaun Aiken could be a weapon for him on that side.
Absolutely. It's about damn time we saw a safety get picked. But no, I was actually going to say that it might be Aiken or Nate Collins here. I definitely think this was a great pick. Tayshaun Aiken out of Auburn, super fast, hybrid. And I don't know if I don't know if you guys can see is what his development is, but great pick this late for sure.
So Chesky just texted me. He said, "Insane that he fell to me, dude. I was looking to trade up to take him. Hidden dev, 91 speed. I'm super excited."
Oh man!
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm not excited. I got to face this guy twice a year, and it's not going to be fun accounting for him all over the field. I'll tell you that much.
No, but I mean that's a heck of a pick for him, and that's one that I'm kind of. Although I'm happy with Spencer Wall, I would have liked to have gotten Tayshaun Aiken there. But I mean, I took what I felt was a better pick, and I'm glad that he got what he wanted out of the deal, and it fell to him. It's always nice whenever stuff falls to you. And he comes right back on at 27. Jeez.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He was right back on at 27. Smash, are you with us?
Maybe.
Yeah,
yep, there he is. All right, Smash, talk to us about your latest halfback and the playmaker for Justin Fields.
Oh man, dude, I was like, once I found Duckworth was like a norm, I said, man, I should have picked that halfback. Then I saw Chargers was up, and I thought he was gonna pick him, and he fell right to me. If he wasn't there, I was gonna pick a safety. But man, I'm excited. I got me a running back. I think that was part of my problem with my offense. My guys would get open but couldn't break away. So. He's got 92 speed, 80 strength, 80 change of direction, 93 agility, 90 acceleration, and he's supposed to be a power back. So
sounds like Jonathan Taylor to me.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah, thank you. Look, exactly, because I know you didn't want to trade him.
Oh no, he's not going anywhere. I'm going to put that out there for everybody right now. No, but congratulations on your pick, brother. I'm really happy that you found a running back. I know you. No pun intended, but I know you like to smash the ball down people's throats, and running the ball is a big thing for you. So congratulations on that pick.
All right, thanks. See you guys later.
Yes, sir. Focus train that boy. He's going to do great.
All right, got Cooley G on the clock. He's in the studio as well, so we should hear about this pick pretty quickly. Should be on. Yeah, he is on. So.
Jaguars took two players I was eyeballing and was thinking about taking at 4 and 16.
Yeah, I know that Chesky has made he's been jealous of my secondary as far as speed goes, and he's looking to get some speed. He said Middleton has 92 speed, 91 change of direction, 89 excel, 85 agility at 6'3", normal dev though. But I wanted another athlete, so.
The concern I had with Middleton was he didn't he didn't have a pro day or combine to show out, so I basically was blind on specific numbers, and I was just going off of general, like good elite values. And I was like, man, I love the 6'3" because I love me some tall corners. But that the two things that scared me was the lack of combine numbers and the fact that he had an F injury rating. Those are two things that I flagged on him. But if I'd have got any sort of pro day combine number, the F injury would have gone out the window if they look good. I promise you.
Yeah. That's a little scary.
If you're not more than 6 feet tall, you don't play a cornerback for the Indianapolis Colts. That's my golden rule.
He said, "Must be this tall."
Yeah, you must be this tall to ride. Must be this tall to ride for sure.
I will say my rules are a little bit more lenient because if you're 5'11", you can have like 92, 93 speed and you can get by. If you're 5'10" on my roster, you better be like a speed demon. You better be able to run like your booty's on fire because otherwise I'm gonna be like, who wants him? Who wants?
Yeah, I was gonna say you better be as fast as a damn kick returner if you're the because they do. Yeah.
Hey guys, I want to talk to Cooley G. He's in the studio. Let's talk about your latest pick, my friend.
Yeah, I took safety. I was hoping you guys would quit talking about safeties.
Nate Collins. You actually did well. Right after that other safety Aiken went off the board, you snatched up Nate Collins. Well done.
I like Collins. He's good. I probably will not. He's normal dev. I was hoping for a hidden dev, but he's 91 speed. He's fast for a 89 acceleration for safety. He'll be good. Kevin Byard is getting old, so he may or may not start. But I did a lot of work on my defensive line, on my front seven in the off season. So
yeah, I picked up that end from the Bills as well. I mean, great trade, and you got you got your guy. So congratulations. I'm not gonna be happy to see you twice. Especially with this revamped defense. So
hopefully it gets a little better.
Well, you might have got one of the best safeties in the whole draft. So well done, sir. This late, really.
Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you in the second round.
I don't have a second round pick.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. My apologies.
I'll talk to you in chat. Y'all have
yes,
a
sir.
good night.
All right. Well, I've alerted Waffles that his pick's up. We're waiting on him. And then it's the world champion Indianapolis Colts. So
you had to put in world champion. No, but speaking of safeties, so I'm just going to cut you. Great pick by the Steelers. He picked up Dwight Bonds, another stud that I love, coming out of Oregon, 6 foot, 223. Just pretty much great across the board. This guy had a lot of tackles. Actually, he had 56, which is the same number that Dante Whitner had in 05 when he was at Ohio State. So Dwight Bonds, he had the most tackles for Oregon, obviously. But yeah, I think he's a heat-seeking missile. So I actually love this pick by Steelers.
Whoop, whoop. Sending some Twitter feeds. Smash is sending some Twitter feeds. I might have to set him up for broadcasting, even though that looks like his personal account.
Chill, can you hear us? Chill Key, unmute your mic if you can hear me.
Yeah. I can
there he is. All right. First of all, let's talk about your quarterback, man. We've been dying to hear about this quarterback, and then we'll get to your safety here in just a second.
I struggled with Kenny, as y'all know. So I don't know, he reminded me of Anthony Richardson, with physicals, and I'm I did pretty good with Anthony Richardson when I had him on Pittsburgh last season before he actually got drafted. Some of that effort, Artie was, he's a solid player. I mean, I was hoping he was a hidden, but it's cool. We'll get him up there.
All right.
You'll be able to get him a dev trade possibly with training camp. So,
what about your safety?
Yeah, the safety is looking like a beast.
So, I had let a lot of people walk, so I was like, all right, and I made some trades too. So I'm like, you know what, I definitely do need a safety. So on my board, he was actually I didn't expect him to fall to me.
Exactly.
I was like, oh shit, excuse my language. I was like, yo, he's here. So I'm like, I definitely had to take him. 'Cause I was thinking about this cornerback, but I'm like, he didn't attend the draft day or whatever. So I'm like, he's a hit or miss. I'm not gonna miss with that. So I'm gonna just let him be. But
Yeah.
yeah, my upcoming pick's gonna be pretty interesting too. I got some people on the board.
All
Yeah.
right,
Well
well, guys,
done. Well done. You snatched one, bro.
Thank you.
I thanks, Chill, for dropping by, buddy, and I appreciate you. Feel free to watch the rest of the show, and if you got a second round pick, we'll talk to you then.
Dope. All right.
Guys, I just took Steve McIntosh, center. He's going to replace Ryan Kelly for me eventually. Hidden dev, 80 acceleration, 69 agility. I mean, he's a fat guy, so I mean, I'm not going to go over his speed numbers, but
I was gonna say you picked center. I was like, I thought you already. I mean, I'm not looking at your roster, obviously, but I was kind of surprised you went that way. I mean,
well, here's the deal. You know my rule. I don't like anybody on my team over 30. Guess who's 31?
But offensive line is a different.
Ryan Kelly is 31 years old and he's a 78. And he's
okay,
not.
but offensive linemen play till they're 36, dude.
That's
You're gonna
fine.
have them for 4 more years.
And he can play for somebody for 5 more years somewhere else. I'll let you know that he's on the board right now, and you guys can do with that what you will. Awareness A for McIntosh, impact blocking A, injury A, lead block A, pass block B, pass block power A, run block A, run block
I think
power
what you're really
A.
doing is
So
you took him away from a competitor. I think that's what I know what you're doing here, Chief.
No, I'm not.
Won the Super
No, I'm
Bowl.
not. I told you earlier that when Callaway got taken, the other center, I told you that I was upset about that pick. I had these guys 1 and 2 on my board, and I'm just very happy that he fell to me. I'm also very happy that he's
Messing with
hidden.
you. I'm joking.
Yeah, no, for
Well
sure,
done.
for sure. But Matt Rice off the board.
Center. That's a 78.
Bye.
I don't think this kid's gonna start for the next 2 seasons minimum.
He's going to start right now, immediately.
What?
Start right now. Yep. Hey, I'm gonna put this out there right now. If you are looking for a center, my phone line is open.
Don't even put it out there. Let's talk. Let's talk behind the table, behind the scenes.
My phone line is open. Depending on overalls right now, my phone line is open.
I'm wearing overalls and I'm looking for a center.
That's great. I'm glad you're wearing overalls. At least you're wearing something.
I don't know what's that got to do with anything? But
all right, so we're into the second round, boys. We're in the second round now. Who'd the Chiefs take?
The Chiefs took tight end Devontae Collier with the 33rd pick. Then I believe the Ravens, took offensive guard Mac Rice, and he's in the channel now to chit chat if you want to. Then the Ross took Kasheem Jones at outside linebacker with pick 35. And Willie Watson finally comes off the board at pick 36 to the Texans. That's a heck of a value deal.
I was about to say, Willie Watson finally comes off the board.
Hold on. Let's get to our guest. TJ Mack, probably the best voice in this league. Hit me, brother. How you feeling about your picks tonight?
I'm good, sir. How about y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I hope you're enjoying the show.
Oh, yes. I'm loving it. Loving it.
Let's talk about your picks, brother. How you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited. As you can see, I just picked up Mac Rice. He is like Wingavis was saying, he's a left guard, hitting gas, acceleration 81 with his skill set, impact blocking A, pass block power B. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Mac Rice is going to do for us this year, coming up this season. Yeah, it's looking good.
I was split on him. I was either going Rice or my guy, and I went my guy, but both were head and dev. That's fantastic, dude. I'm super stoked for you, and the Ravens, for all intents and purposes, I know they hate when we say this, but they're a running team, so the big hog mollies up front need to be stout.
He's definitely going to replace my right guard guy I lost due to retirement, so I'm going to move him over to right guard, and we're going to see how he go.
I'm glad he fell to you. He had 34 and 37. He puts up 225 like he eats it for breakfast, and I'm super happy for you, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
All right, TJ. We'll see you. Do you pick again in the second?
Oh yes, I got 2 more picks.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll talk to you soon, brother, and we appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, so we have Patriots on the clock now. LaMarcus Keaton just came off the board.
Correct.
Chill,
Marcus
are you still
Eaton,
with us?
one of the guys that I felt like was a sleeper, projected as around 3.4 guy, but a guy that ran a decent 40 at the combine for size and for the position. 6', 231, a guy who can play some pass coverage for you. He's very good in zone coverage in college. Also pretty good in man coverage. Doesn't really have the athleticism you'd like to see from that type of linebacker, but overall, a guy that's going to be a good piece for Chilkey going forward. And then we have another tight end coming off the board, Rashard Barnes, goes 39th to the New England Patriots.
Jason Peterson,
Jason
tight end out of
Peterson.
Florida. Okay, I want to hear from Chill. Chill, unmute your mic and come back to us and talk to us about your linebacker.
Yep.
All right. Hit me.
So, so I'm not gonna lie. I had him. So, but the 3 to 4 projection, I had the other. It was a left outside linebacker I really liked who just got taken off the board. But I had him after this guy because this guy, I'm looking at his speed, I'm looking at everything, and I'm just like, yo, he's gonna be great. I could possibly move from the middle since I just traded away Watkins. So I'm like, this might be my guy right here. Because he's not gonna play behind. I mean, we know he probably won't come to the game with TJ on that side, and then I'm sorry on the other side, and Alex Highsmith on that side. So I mean, he could be man in the middle if as long as everything is good.
Man, I was looking at him too. Like I was kind of upset just now when you snatched him, bro, because I need a left outside linebacker, so I was gonna put him on that side. I'm good on the right, but yeah, that's actually I think that's a pretty good pick right there.
Yeah, he's hitting too. I'm happy about that because my first 2 are normals, but it's all right. I still got a lot of picks left, so I'm ready.
And you never know; it could change throughout the season. I think if you end up balling out with him. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Chill. Thank you so much for dropping by again, brother, and being so open with your draft. And we'll talk soon. Crazy Fast. Want to hear from you, man. We haven't talked to you all night yet, and excited to have you on. I saw him unmute his mic. I don't see a green circle around him showing that he's talking.
I see it's unmuted. I just don't see.
Yeah,
may have to set up his mic. That might be the problem.
Yeah, check your settings, and we'll circle back. Just hit me on the DM when you're ready. All right, so Jason Peterson, is this another tight end that's uber athletic? I feel like we had 3 on the board. Is this another one of them?
I can give you the specs. Actually, Austin Jackson posted them in the Draft Central. 85 acceleration, 83 agility, 78 change of direction, 78 jump, 83 speed with 74 strength, a 6'6", 257, and he is a hidden dev. So he's a big boy, and he's stout.
No, honestly, but I mean, I don't think it's a bad pick. But I mean, he is at least on the Buckman board. I mean, he's like number 10 so there's still, I mean, as far as what scouting looked like, there still was 7 ahead of him as far as that goes. But I mean, he definitely is, like you said, huge. That's pretty damn massive for a tight end. I mean, that guy could be lining up as a tackle at that size. But yeah, I definitely think he's going to be great and help that team out for sure. The Patriots needed it.
All right. Well, we got Crazy Fast on the line now, and he's got his mic figured out. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. You sound great. How's the draft treating you tonight?
Doing well. We did not have a round 1 pick. We traded that for Jordan Davis a couple days ago, which is awesome for us because we really only saw 1 defensive tackle we're taking and didn't think he'd make it to pick 22. Ended up going pick 12, so ended up working out well for us. So we slid back into the second round. Pick number 5 from the Titans. Grabbed, was really looking for a center, but the past Super Bowl winner, stole that from us about 5 picks away from where we wanted to take him. So we had to go to left guard Matt Aldridge, 6'5", 319 pounds, just a beast in the interior. We talked to his coach, and I think he can move to center.
Oh, one of us. I was scared when he did it, man.
Well, I currently do not have a picture of the draft, so I'm like, okay.
Okay, let's. We got Packers on the clock. He is here, so let's let him make that pick, and then hopefully it'll come back to you. That is.
I don't know who the
stuff.
Lions would have taken at this point.
The Lions took Reggie Nance, a quarterback out of Miami.
Yeah, finally.
So,
Nance has been sitting on that board just like Levis did last year.
And I gotta think that Det fan is extremely happy because Goff is gone. So that was fantastic. But anyway, Crazy Fast, thanks for sharing that with us, buddy. Do you have another pick in this round, or you're done?
No, the Broncos only have 2 picks that are originally theirs, and they don't come until the 5th or 7th. So we've got a couple from some other teams, but you won't see us until late 3rd round.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you there. My next pick is the 4th. Obviously, pick 32. I'm tired of hearing about it. But yeah, thanks for dropping by and sharing that insight with us. And sorry we're having a little bit of a issue here. I'm watching the draft via mine. Bears and Smash just took another defensive tackle, Kenny Madison.
You have to inform me what's going on because unfortunately I'm blind now. So
yeah, and we don't want you to back out. Because,
no, I'm not doing that. I'm staying.
Yeah,
in,
let's just stay in. Smash, how you feeling about that defensive tackle you just took? Cutting in and out on us, brother. You there?
Oh, am I on?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh yeah, he's all right. I mean, he had he was a run stopper. He had B block shed and C power move, but he had like a B finesse move. So I guess he'll be my 3 technique. 91 strength, 72 speed, and 81 acceleration.
Sweet, man.
A normal dev, but we'll see what his overall is because sometimes, dev, normal, he might have a high overall, but hey, as long as he can play, rating's the only thing that matters.
Exactly. And getting those dubs. Well, it seems like you had a pretty good night, or you feel that you have a pretty good night. I would concur. I think so too. But I appreciate you coming by and sharing your insight with us. Cole,
I'm just happy that running back, man. So now we
that's gonna be awesome for you. I can't wait to see what happens. Marcel Arnold was just taken left end out of North Dakota State. Small school, Cole. What led you to taking him?
Man, I'm very actually happy with this pick. Marcel Arnold. He's a hidden dev, by the way. So my first 2 picks are both hidden devs. So this is already on track to be one of my best drafts ever because I'm usually trash at this shit. But anyway, so acceleration, 87, agility, jumping speed, all that in the 80s. Strength is a 78. So that's something that can be worked on. But yeah, hidden dev. I mean, the kid's only 22, 6'1", 261. He's a speed rusher. Definitely needed him. Left end has been pretty weak. So I definitely he's going to be put into the starting lineup immediately and make an impact. So I'm really happy with Marcel Arnold. Even though, like you said, he came out of a small college, I scouted him, and he was definitely a first round level talent. So the fact that he was still here at Pickle in the 2nd round, I was just stoked. I know at the beginning of our show I talked about part of the other safety that's still available. And I came real close to getting him, but I mean, Marcel Arnold is going to make an immediate impact, and we're already kind of good in the secondary in San Francisco, so couldn't pass this up.
Hey, real quick, one of us, do you want to? I don't know if you want to try this or not. Do you want to pause, come out, and come back in, or no? You don't want to do that.
No, I'm just gonna. I know it ruins the broadcast as far as being able to see anything. But I don't want to break anything either. I feel I wanted to turn the clock on to hopefully get some guys kind of moving a little bit, and at least the draft isn't broken. We're still draft.
Cold, will you do me a favor? will you go ahead and stream your draft, please?
Yeah, so that way you
Oh
can
yeah,
switch
I
out.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can put it on my
I can
YouTube
switch
right
out,
now.
and that way we can do that. So okay, cool.
All right, I'm doing it right now. You want me to send you the link? Or no, it'll pop up in our Discord.
Yeah, it'll pop up, and I'll go to stream starting soon real quick, guys, and we'll have a brief break. We got Rust on the clock. Jimmy Reeves was just taken out of Alabama, right end for TJ
Flying
Mack.
off the board right now.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
are.
was gonna say I like that pick too. Jimmy Reeves out of Bama. He was a stud. He was kind of slept on. He wasn't hyped at all. But he's like I said, I was looking. I just picked a left end. I mean a right end, but he was also if my guy wasn't there, I was gonna definitely get him. So well done. I mean, I'm surprised these defensive studs are dropping this low. Right here now, Greg Bigby coming out of Florida, picked up by the Bengals. Bengals are focusing on defense. It looks like for the first time ever. Kind of surprising, but it could be the smart move.
Yeah, it definitely could. And we got the Eagles on the clock now. Bucks coming up, then Falcons. So I will. Cold, let me know when your stream's up, and I will switch over to it. We may. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the YouTube stream is up right now. I'm broadcasting.
Okay, perfect. Let me. Can you? Well, never mind. I'll find it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Somebody just keeping a look on the thing on the clock for me, so I don't miss the Falcons pick because I gotta make it.
All right, they're next. So right now, yeah, Tampa Bay's on the board. Left end, Carlos Moss went to the Eagles out of Washington. So Bucks on the board, and then Falcons next.
You get the new stream back up, Juke. Patriots was asking to talk about his stuff, so just whenever we get back up.
Absolutely. I'm waiting for. Doesn't look like Colt just popped up yet.
You want me to send you a link to it then? Because it's I'll shoot it to you via text.
I don't see you. Well, it doesn't help me on text. I got to be able to copy and paste it. Send it to me in DM on Discord.
Let's make their pick, Juke. I will pause for you since you're having a flip back and forth.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm already on his. I just need to get this squared away. What was that?
I'll send it to you a DM on Discord.
Please.
Because I'm gonna need to look at it too, so that way I can try and keep up with picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember that there's a delay.
Well, that's fine.
Eagles took Carlos Moss, another left end out of Washington, so we got to run on defensive ends.
Yeah, defensive ends are definitely making their way off the board now.
Routes has 20 seconds.
She may not even be here. I haven't checked since.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think this is going to get simmed.
All right, you know what? I'll just mute it.
No, he's actually here according to that, but I mean, Clyde was nice enough to send out that there's a timer out there. So, do I need to pause for you, sir?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, so this is the Falcons pick now.
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see.
He picked a fullback.
No.
Fullbacks are people too.
Who picked a fullback?
All right, Landon Urban. Look at this guy. So stud. This is a hidden gem. He is a normal dev, but what? I cannot believe what just landed in the Falcons' lap. 99 acceleration, 98 agility, 97 change of direction, 92 jumping, 97 speed.
What?
That's a kid out of Oregon that was a potential undrafted free agent that had a 90 BASQ score because he ran like grease lightning at the combine. Yeah,
I was going to say that is the fastest white kid in the country, Landon Urban.
Yeah,
he absolutely is.
Can't catch a cold, but my God, can he run?
All right, I am
amazing though. 97 above on all those.
Yeah,
checks all the boxes when it comes to a kickoff.
when you grade out that well and you're that low on the board as far as undrafted free agent, it's like, yeah, you're going to be like a top end speed guy. Good kick
Absolutely.
returner though. Maybe a guy
Yeah,
developed in the
has kick return at A. So
I would
maybe
do that. Yeah, I mean, I doubt he's going to be put into the slot or anything, but I would definitely have him punt returning and kick returning for sure with speed and agility and change of direction. And
All right, so Landon Urban off the board. Dolphins now V2 the Rock on the board. Let's go and talk to Austin and see how he's doing with his draft. Give me 1 second here. Austin, can you hear me?
I can. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good, buddy. Pretty good. Thanks for joining us. Real quick before we jump into this draft for you, just want to give a shout out to you for the Super Bowl. How awesome you were on the play-by-play broadcast. Just jumping in there with us.
Hell yeah, man. Well done.
Kind of leading it. You did a good job, kind of leading it and taking over for Ross and helping Cold out. So we do appreciate that, man. And you're definitely hired. We want you as a sideline reporter. Yes. Every game we do. So you probably just got yourself in a world of hurt. But talk to us about your draft, brother.
Well, yeah, sure, definitely. I appreciate that, and I look forward to doing more commentary with you guys in the future. But as far as the draft's going tonight, definitely enjoying it so far. A couple of the targets that I was looking at were able to land. We took Kelvin Whitfield at pick number 7. Really tall, physical wide receiver, coming out of Penn State, if I'm not mistaken. And, normal dev, but I mean, really the guy when we were looking at him was just a big guy who could also do a little bit of things that you'll see smaller wide receivers. So being able to catch in traffic, also being able to put him out there on the perimeter and go up for those jump balls and things like that. So we think he'll definitely be a useful tool for us. And Jason Peterson, the tight end, definitely a position of need for us coming into this draft. We only had one on our roster. We had Hunter Henry, we had Mike Gesicki at points last year, but we're looking to move on, sort of start with a fresh new player at that position. And with Peterson falling to us, I was actually surprised that he was still there in the second round. So, I think you guys read off his stats earlier, but tall dude and pretty athletic as well for his size. And, we know he can also do some of those skill traits that we're looking for in terms of catching, being able to catch over the middle. So, yeah, pretty good night so far.
Yeah, I think that was a good pick, especially like you said, with only having one tight end right now on the roster.
Hey, Cold, it looks like you're about to exit out of the franchise mode.
Oh, shoot. My bad.
It was accidental. I didn't exit out, though. I was shutting down my stream because there's no point in having my stream up.
No, I was talking to Cold. It looked like he was.
My bad.
His controller's probably next to him. No worries. I just want to make sure before we lost it.
My bad, bro. I wasn't even looking. I was over here talking to but no.
But yeah, Austin, sounds like you filled some holes and got the players that you were looking to get. So it looks like it's been a pretty happy night for everybody we've talked to. What do you think these players are going to do for your season this year? You think they're going to come in and contribute immediately, or you think it's a work in progress?
I think they'll be able to come in and contribute immediately. After this first season, we kind of went into this off season looking to revamp the offense, both in free agency and through the draft. And so we've been able to do that. I feel a lot better about the weapons that we have on our team going into season 2 than we did going into season 1. It's going to be a big year. We're looking to take that sort of next step in a very tough division, of course. But I think we've surrounded Mac Jones with some guys that hopefully he can get the ball to a little bit more consistently, both at the wide receiver position and then also with that safety net at tight end now. So hopefully that'll give our offense the sort of kickstart that it needs going into year 2.
Awesome. Well, if you guys don't have anything for you, I appreciate it, man. And as you pick some more, you can hop in here if we're still running the show. Definitely hop in and let us know, man.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Yes, sir.
All right, these vaunted Jaguars on the clock now after the Eagles take Jeffrey Dorsett out of the Army. Madden knows no restrictions for the Army, so I guess he'll get to play. But You guys know anything about Jeffrey Dorsett?
Honestly, he's actually a pretty good outside linebacker. But yeah, I didn't have him on my board at all. So I mean, I'm not too certain how good he is. I mean, Army wasn't even. This might be the only pick coming out of Army this year, actually.
He's a pass coverage guy who had some good ratings at the combine, had A awareness and great in zone coverage. So a guy who could be a good pass coverage guy for the Eagles as they kind of get that back end a little bit stronger going forward. So
I'm interested to see what the Jaguars do. They got a little bit of a minute left on the clock. What do you guys think they could? I think they'll continue to focus on. Never mind. They took a
Yep. They
left
got
tackle.
Earl Moody.
Earl Moody. What do we know about him?
Well, no, he was actually he was a top 5 tackle in my book. So I actually like this pick for him to fall this late. It's a good pickup, especially if Jags needed help on the offensive line. You can't go wrong with this tackle right here.
he's more of a traditional style tackle as far as your kind of your slow plotting guy. Didn't have a great thing at the combine as far as strength goes, so he might have a little bit of an issue dealing with bull rush guys. But he's smart. He's good with even though he's a little bit lacking in the strength department. He uses good technique, so he definitely can kind of keep up with at least collegiate-based edge rushers that put a power move on him. We'll see how he does at the WFL level, though. But I mean, a round 1 talent you find in round 2 is a steal. So I mean, I could say bad things about the guy, but at the end of the day, round 1 projection you pick up in round 2, that's value, and you can't argue with value.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, like you were, Win, about his strength because he's 6'5", 307 pounds at 22 years old. He just needs to hit the weights and just work on that strength because otherwise, I mean, he's a huge beast. So I think he'll cover that and make up for that bad showing at the combine.
2 cornerbacks off the board back to back there with Waffles taking one and Know-It-All taking the other. Do you want to check in with Chesky? He just texted me, said, last piece to my O-line, not the greatest athlete and not huge human, but he is a hidden dev. So great. Rich is getting richer.
Nice. You are not one to talk, sir.
I don't know what would have happened if the Jags or the Bills had made it out of their first matchup. So I'm just thanking my lucky stars at this point. And
look, offense for the Bengals.
It was a good game. Oh, look, Rashard Barnes. Rusta's on with us. Rusta, talk to us about your newest tight end.
I was hoping and praying that he was going to fall to my second pick here in the second round, and he did. So he's a hidden dev. He's 6'6", 259, 22, acceleration 86, speed 82, agility 82, change of direction 76, strength 79. I think on Buckman's big board, he had a 97 BASQ. Only a couple behind Peterson. So I needed an outside linebacker, so I picked up Bigby in my first pick in my second round, hoping that Barnes would still be here, and he was. So Bengals are happy.
Awesome. Well, thanks for dropping in and dropping that knowledge on us.
Hell yeah.
We do appreciate it, and congratulations on your newest tight end.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, so Meek Boy is on the clock in the second round, and
here, so do you not have a second round pick?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, sorry, Juke. Yeah, do you not have?
No, pick? It was traded away for. I think I traded it to you for Rondell Moore.
Knox. I bet.
Dawson. This is yeah.
Because I see Bills are at 32. That's why I figured that's got to be Dawson Knox deal.
Yeah, and we're not upset about that. 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, pretty much won the game for us. So be excited to see what the Bills do here with both these. Monty Sweat,
wow. I actually like this. Yeah, Monty Sweat out of UCLA, really good, speedy wide receiver. Honestly, yeah, anybody that needed a wide receiver, this would have been a great pick. So yeah, I mean, this is technically almost a third round pick. Is this late for him to drop? But no, well done. I think he was on my board the number 2 wide receiver in this draft.
Fleming goes off the board at pick 60 to the Packers.
I know I said that this class to me, just in general for what the Colts need, wasn't the greatest, but I feel like everybody's been pretty happy with their picks. I haven't heard any grumblings like, oh, this guy sucks, or this guy's trash. I think we've heard all positive feedback. So
I would have liked to have seen my 4th overall pick have a hidden dev, but I also wanted one of those top 2 corners, so I'm not going to complain about getting a guy I wanted, even though he's normal dev, because I did pick up Spencer Wall at 16. That was a nice pickup, I feel like. So.
But speaking of what the Packers just got, Chance Fleming, another safety. I love safeties out of Alabama. But no, he was my number 3 strong safety on my board. But realistically, he could have went number 1. He's a really great player, hones on the ball, led the team in tackles last year. Even got a couple of forced fumbles. I don't know if they'll translate as much in the WFL. It's much tougher competition, but great pick this late. I love that.
Another safety off the board there, and Andrew Kramer. Cold, what do you got on him? Ohio State, Buckeye.
Kramer actually was my number 3. He's out of Ohio State. Like I said at the beginning, we're going to see a lot of Ohio State guys come out. But no, Kramer, love him. 6'1", 204. He's 23, so he's a little bit older. I mean, there's a lot of 21, 22-year-old safeties, but really good in zone coverage. He's got great agility. I definitely think that's also a great pick as well. Yeah, he's going to make a difference. Ohio State is going to be depleted after this draft.
TJ Mack, talk to us about your latest safety, my friend. See if we get an unmuted mic here. If not, we'll move on. TJ, you with us? There he is.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Yes, I figured Kramer was going to be a nice little pickup in the backfield of my defense. He's going to be playing right behind my star free safety at the moment, and I just need we was looking mighty thin back there, so I feel like he's going to do great things for Baltimore.
All right. Well, I
well done, sir.
Appreciate that
yes,
insight,
sir.
and hope Kramer works out for you. Waffles just took Bernard Wall, tight end out of San Diego State. And is that another one of our athletic tight ends, or that's a little bit further down the BBB?
A little bit. No, he's up here. He's not. He's still an 81 on the BBB, but he's not. There's a bunch of 90s still out there. Zach Hardy, Gabe Brewer, and we even have some high 80s still out there. Yeah. I will say that so far, trying to keep it live, I have missed so far out of 64. This is the 64th pick. I have missed one single pick so far on this updating this big board. So
that is great to hear.
Well done,
Meek Boy. Just take Zach Hardy, another tight end.
One of the guys I was just talking about.
Yeah, just combined his name.
Boise State. Meekville, whatever. No, Meek, what's up, buddy? Talk to us about your newest tight end.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, brother.
Yeah, I wanted. He actually turned out better. I missed out on some of the other tight ends, but he's a really good tight end. 85 speed, hidden dev. I like him to go alongside my young other tight end Kincaid. They should be a good duo.
Okay.
Did you technically trade away Dawson Knox for that pick?
Yeah, he replaced the tight end with a tight end.
I wouldn't say necessarily for that pick, but yeah, Dawson Knox, he was a little bit more pricey. He was a little bit more. I had a hidden dev tight end and Kincaid behind him.
Oh yeah. Dalton Kincaid is already going to do really well. So yeah,
he's already very great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you sending me Mr. Knox. Behind.
That's all he needs. Yeah,
Anthony Richardson was Dawson Knox for MVP of that Super Bowl. So, thank you, my friend, and congratulations on your newest tight end.
Thank you.
Yeah, how about we don't have high-level playoff players trading and stuff. we don't. Y'all don't need to be making each other better.
Anyway, all right. Well, we got the Cowboys on the clock now. Ricky Thomas was just taken middle linebacker. I'm actually shocked to see Ricky Thomas fall this low, guys. Projected as a 1 to 2 round talent, if I'm not mistaken, and drops to the now 3rd round.
I think part of that was he had a great combine, but a guy that definitely coming out of Miami, he's a little bit smaller at 5'11", 230, so he's definitely not on anybody's radar. But I think of somebody like a Zach Thomas back in the day for the Dolphins, and this guy kind of fits that same mold. Likes to thump people, decent to good in coverage, smart, heady player. Even though he's a little bit small, he's smart, he's heady, and he can make plays. That's all you can ask for out of a guy, especially in the 3rd round. That's good value.
Yeah.
You know who else they called undersized to Winovus?
Who's that?
Ray Lewis. 5'11".
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but this guy, he actually had the highest BASQ rating on your Buckman board. So I think for him to fall down low is actually a steal.
Yeah.
Johnny, talk to us about your newest offensive lineman.
Yeah, so I wasn't even paying attention. I was just posting on Facebook. I was looking at the right tackle, and I was going to take Middlebrooks, and it timed out and took some other right tackle. So who knows? F me.
All right. Well, that is a hot take right there. We are happy for that one. This is a comedic relief on that one. It was
great
worth
coaching, great GM.
And this is the last time I'm ever on any kind of broadcast. Thanks, guys.
He's in the huddle room like Jerry Jones, and he's on.
Yeah,
he's
in the yacht,
scrolling down Facebook,
just scrolling down Facebook, and his time expired.
He's not on the phone. He's not making calls. He's like, oh shit, the timer ran out. We got.
What a name!
At least it was a right tackle, which I was looking at anyways. I don't.
How was he? Did you see?
I just saw it go right tackle, so I don't know anything about this guy. I never scouted him. I don't even know.
Okay,
he must have been on your board then. I mean,
no, I don't think so.
Oh, so he was just the best available.
No, the best available was Middlebrooks. That was the first right tackle I looked at outside of Edwards, and so I'm not sure why that one wasn't picked, but it is what it is.
All right. Well, Antoine Yarborough just came off the board for Austin Jackson. Appreciate you, Johnny, dropping by and giving us that insight. Austin's not with us in the booth, but if he drops in, we can talk to him about that pick. That is quite a yard. I was about to say yard full, but a mouthful to say. Antoine Yarborough, and guys, what do you know about that right guard out of Washington State?
A solid pickup at this stage of the draft. Offensive line has not come off the board, at least the interior, as much as I anticipated, except for center. Yeah. But some guards here are probably going to start flying off the board here in round 3, as those good ones are kind of starting to. As other player positions are starting to come off the board, I think folks are going to start looking at the value and picking offensive line. And there's still a few left out there.
There goes another one.
Say there's a Joe Tyler, Cameron Frazier are good on my big board. Matthew Harrison, I believe, is still out there on my big board. Rick Anderson's on my big board still. Of course, I could have missed any of those with my pick. And there's Rashard Middlebrooks. The guy Johnny was going to take goes to the Patriots at the next pick. And I'm sure Rashard Middlebrooks will be way better than Yarborough or than Peter Bates, and we will never hear the end of it.
No, but like we said earlier at the beginning, when the offensive line was stacked. I mean, like I said, at least for the round 1. Now, like you said, I definitely think if you need talent there, this is the time to get them while you can, because otherwise it's just kind of shooting in the dark and hoping stuff works for the bet if you're kind of tight there. But no, it is a decent pickup for sure. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see as many surprise talent at this point now going forward. I mean, they were picked up pretty quick, offensive line this draft.
Yeah, offensive line is getting depleted rather quickly. There's still a few left in there, but they're starting to run dry. So if you have a pick here in round 3, even if you don't have a need, you might want to start looking at it. Donovan Benford at pick 73.
Right tackle out of the SEC, wouldn't call it powerhouse, up and comers Tennessee. Smash is back on the clock, so we'll get a pick and then we'll get an analysis here. And then we have Cold's pick and his analysis.
He goes to his board.
Yep. The whole world can see your entire board, my friend.
Hey guys, mind if I jump in? This is the Packers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go for it.
So the Benford guy I just drafted, the right tackle. He's a hidden development. His numbers are low, but he's hidden dev, so which is pretty good. So 3 of my 4 first picks are all hidden dev. So I think the Packers having a pretty good draft so far.
Absolutely, and we're excited. We're excited for that for you, my friend. I know it was a struggle for this season, but hopefully you can get back on track and get back to the winning ways. Looking forward to seeing how you do, and thanks for dropping in. Yeah, we love it, guys. When you come in, you don't necessarily got to wait. Just unmute and if somebody is look at this guy.
3 picks, all hidden. Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad for cutting you off, brother. Keep doing your announcement.
You're good. We love to hear your cackling. It's my favorite. 91 acceleration, 86 agility, 84 change of direction, jumping 85, 80. That is a solid safety, my friend. And you can trade me Hufflepuff anytime you want to now.
No. I'm very, very happy about this one. And that's why when I showed you guys my board, I already knew if he was there. I'm not even going to look at anybody else. I was big on safeties going into this draft, but we had way other important pieces we need to fill out, which I'm glad we did. Like I said, the defensive end, the tackle, and then safety for sure. He's going to be opposite of Hufanga, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this one for sure.
He sure does like to hug himself. I'll give him that.
I was going to say, let's take that off. Yeah, like we don't need to watch 18 hugs in a row. But while we were looking at that, apparently tackle Carl Howard out of Alabama going to the Raiders. La Migra stacking up that defensive line.
And here comes TJ.
I feel like from Smash as well that I'm curious about.
Yeah, Smash. If you can hear us, hop in and talk to us about your pick, brother. All right. TJ Mack on the clock. Ravens. I feel like the Ravens have had a lot of picks here.
I was about to say the same thing. It feels like I've seen them.
There's Smash.
Yeah, Tony Skinner, middle linebacker, 87 speed, 76 change of direction, 91 acceleration, 80 agility. I went for him because he had 8 play rec.
Okay.
So I got to find some way to fit him in with my 2 all-pro linebackers. Defensive linebacker of the year. I think Beckman knows who he is. Wins.
Scott Harris. Yeah, I know who he is now.
But so
I did remember though.
How to get him on, but we'll work him in our 4-3. I guess he's gonna start. And anybody need a linebacker with good play rec? TJ Edwards is now available.
Put that out there early.
What side of the is he right outside?
Oh, 87 speed. All my linebackers, starting linebackers, are 87 speed, and none of them below.
No, the one you have available.
So I'm gonna move him to the outside. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be left or right, depending on his zone and man. But his change of direction is 76, so we'll see. And the agility 80. So he'll be on the right side, blitzing, and or on the left side, covering tight ends, because that side covers the tight end, and Madden kind of got that effed up when you got your slow linebacker on the left side.
Up? No.
So we'll see. We'll see what he can do, but figure out a way to get him in some sub packages too. But it's going to be kind of hard. So, but you go with talent, and that was talent. Everybody going, offensive line. Hey, sometimes if you got a board, guys, I know you're listening to everybody. Nothing against you guys, but if you got a plan, stick to your plan. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can mess up, and shout out to Buxton's big board is helpful. But if you don't need a guy, I would suggest not to take.
Oh yeah. Like I wanted Tayshaun Aiken, but reality I didn't need him. So it was one of those things. It's like, man, I hate giving up a good player, but I didn't need him. I've got 3 safeties back there right now, so.
Exactly. It's hard. You can't waste a pick. It's hard to pass on. You see this in extreme talent, and it would have an effect, but you don't need that position right now, and you're not going to pick for God knows how long. So Yeah, it can get tough, especially with how this went, and that's how every draft goes. People fall that you didn't expect to fall, so then when it's time for you to pick, you're like, oh shit, like. But no, this
Oh
this is
yeah,
actually
that Dwight Bonds safety, man, I wanted him, but it wasn't really a need. But man,
yeah.
I wanted him because if I got him, I was gonna get rid of Eddie Jackson. So
ASAP, yeah.
as soon as possible, I can get rid of him and save $14 million. Still might get
Yeah.
rid of him because he didn't do crap last year.
Man, I'll tell you what, boys. Gerard Flowers is pretty special for the Falcons here. 93 acceleration, 92 agility, 92 change of direction, 90 speed, 70 strength, 84 jumping. So he has Bijan Robinson, but Patterson's getting old, and in a two-back system like Stud likes to run, this is going to be really big for him.
Got all year too, so I mean that's a three horse backfield, and even with Patterson being older, there's only one football, but I guess you have running backs for every situation.
Well, yeah, he's got that's something that Stud likes to do. He likes to use different running backs. I just sent him the pick, and he said, "What the you my boy." And so this isn't even my team, but I'm just happy. I'm just happy for him. When we played last season, Patterson went down with a season-ending injury, and then Bijan Robinson was already out. So he had to turn to Algier and his fullback, and it was a crazy time for Stud. He's not used to that, so he loves his running backs.
Yeah, he does. As someone who played him a little bit last year's WFL with the Saints, I'm well aware of how much he likes to run the ball down my throat.
Yeah, like I said, I said in my news article that he and I are essentially from the same coaching tree. We've been playing each other for a while, and actually started Madden in the same league together a long time ago, along with Chesky and a few others, but Rusta being one of them. But yeah, just happy for him, and he's having a great draft. That I believe that to be his second hidden dev player.
I've had one, but I mean, to be fair, I've only had 2 picks. So, there's one of the surprise ones. This was an interesting player, D. Washington, that came up. This is a player that actually was a wide receiver on my big board, and still was listed as it because I couldn't move him to tight end. I didn't have enough room. But he actually converted to tight end at the combine. So he was actually a receiving tight end that was listed as a wide receiver. He had like 4.5 speed, I believe, at the combine. So I mean, he was a pretty fast dude. So that's an interesting pickup for Clyde. He maybe he's looking to move off of Waller there, getting a little older. The guy he picked up from the Raiders a few years ago. Maybe he's looking to move on from that and get himself a receiving tight end. And D. Washington's an interesting prospect because he could probably move back out to wide receiver.
Rick Anderson from left guard out of Virginia just came off the board for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Broncos are now on the clock.
All right. We are getting near the end of round. We're telling to the end of round 3.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with the show until the end of round 3, and then once that's complete, we'll shut the show down. Anybody who still wants to watch the draft, I can probably throw up my stream, or maybe Cole will keep his on for you guys. But we will be shutting the show down after round 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to keep it running. But no, it's been a great draft, man. This was awesome. I think this is actually one of our best draft shows ever. So I did want to say appreciate everybody that tuned in and actually called in after their picks. I think this is probably one of our best turnouts, at least since I've been here. So well done, everybody.
On a selfish commissioner note, be sure you note these things because you can use it for next year's incentive forms.
Yep, absolutely. Anybody that called into the show can use it for their incentive forms. This helps you get your tier up, and we just for calling in and talking on the show is a great way to build all the stuff.
It's content, and it helps the league be important and viewed. So if you contribute to that, you need to make sure you're getting rewarded for that, guys. Raheem Molden comes off the board. That's a deep one.
I was going to say he fell. Molden. Well, I don't know if he fell. I mean, I can see this making sense. A late third round pick.
This is a guy, actually, he didn't fall. He started low and had some kind of combine because he was an undrafted free agent. I never moved him up the big board, and his ratings on the big board are terrible. But I don't know what scouts were seeing in him at the combine, but he shot up to like a round 1 to 2 projection. And all I could look when I saw that was, why? I mean, there was no
I'd
reason.
love to hear from Crazy Fast if he hops back on here and hear what he saw.
I hope maybe my stuff maybe just didn't update or something. But like, I went and looked after I saw that rating, and I was like, did his ratings go up? Did he have
I think his stats were always low all season. In Oklahoma, and then I think at the combine, I guess he just turned it on up a notch or something, and it did jump. Though you're right, he wasn't at all projected. I think he was projected to be undrafted altogether originally. So it's kind of a surprise. But again, it wasn't a stacked cornerback draft. I mean, like I said, safeties definitely. I love them. I think free safeties and strong safeties, there were plenty of them. When it comes to cornerbacks, I mean, he kind of fell under the radar. I think he just balled out at that combine, and let's see what Broncos thinks about him.
Also, Dolphins asked for a chat as well.
Okay.
So Dolphins, if you're in here,
B2, can you hear us?
The Rock.
Yes, sir. I can. What's up?
All right. How's your draft going, man? We haven't heard from you all night, so we're excited to hear from you.
Going good. I logged on just in the nick of time to make my first round and was pleasantly surprised to find a potential top 5 pick in Eli Crompton, hidden dev, right outside linebacker there. So I snagged him right away.
Great pick.
Been toying putting Jalen Phillips at right end. So this kind of gives me flexibility to put one of them at right end and one at right outside linebacker and kind of force the ball to the other side of the field. And then kind of winged it on the second pick. The future has been saying Skylar Thompson, but that's kind of risky. So I grabbed a quarterback in case that backfires.
How'd he look?
Wasn't that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got Conrad Clemens.
Conrad Clemens. That's who you picked.
Yeah,
up.
and I actually like Conrad. I think that's going to be actually a solid pick, a great backup or plan B.
Yeah, absolutely. And I dropped a screenshot. That third one was just what does Miami need? Probably not speed at wide receiver. So let's draft more speed at wide receiver and just kind of mimic the real life Dolphins and just see if that puts us over the edge this year to get into the playoffs.
All right. What about that cornerback that you just took?
The WFL playoffs.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You took a receiver. I was thinking of the Broncos. It's late for me.
Yeah. Overall, happy with the draft. I don't pick till the 6th round now, so that's just going to be finding a needle in a haystack. Probably beef up some O-line or look for who's on the chopping block next season and find someone young to fill in.
Yeah, pretty much at this point, you're just looking for depth pieces that can hopefully provide some sort of impact.
Yeah. I'm kind of envious. I'm one of the probably few teams that actually still like having a traditional blocking fullback. So the one that was taken is probably the only one worth drafting, but I might take another look who's at fullback.
Take a flyer.
I had to franchise tag Alec Ingold because he didn't want to stay with Miami. He declined my re-sign offer, so I tagged him, but he's probably out of Miami.
If you're going to tag somebody, the fullback's the tag to make. That's a cheap tag.
Yeah, yep, certainly.
All right, well, we appreciate you dropping by, buddy, and thank you so much for talking about your draft with us.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, sir.
Broncos, Crazy Fast. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me about that cornerback, man. I want to hear it.
There may have been a miscommunication on the draft card. There was We were looking at a wide receiver. We were looking at Geo Manning, and Geo got picked right before us. And
the scramble.
And there was a scramble, and so then I go to the big board and see that, oh my gosh, no one's taken George Womack, because there's no pick next to his name. So I'm like,
that's probably
looking
the one
for it
guy
on the
I missed.
corner, and he's not there. He's not there, and so I just picked the first guy there, and yeah, I don't want to say this guy's going to get cut automatically, but it's going to be tough for him to make the team.
Yeah, it was a head scratcher for us. I'll be honest. We weren't sure, but I mean, best of luck to him. Maybe he'll surprise you.
Yeah, maybe he will, but probably not.
You never know. You never know. Let's see what happens when he hits the turf or the grass.
Well, if his virtual family's listening, please close your ears.
Yeah, well, he'll probably be living with his virtual family here pretty soon.
We butt dialed you, Raheem Molden. We didn't mean to call you.
Oh man, he took the NFL's call, and the NFL decided that wasn't where he needed to be. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, buddy. We appreciate it, and always a pleasure. Okay, so we're winding down here, guys. This is the last pick of the third round, which means it's the end of our show. Bengals on the clock here. See who they take. It's been a great show. Loved every second of this. Love the draft, regardless if I'm picking every round or not, because you guys make it special and awesome. But thank you to the two of you, and then also the league. We couldn't do this without you guys, and we do appreciate it. You guys coming on and talking with us about your draft and your team.
Yeah, this definitely was fun. I'm really loving this group of guys. This is the most involved I've ever seen everybody get in. So yeah, and then everybody seemed to pick well. Like, this was really well done. Looked like people did their research, their homework. The Buckman board obviously helped a lot. So well done, win. But yeah, man, good luck to everybody.
And if you guys want to switch over to Coldstream, you can still watch the draft if you're not able to attend. But otherwise, we're going to be signing off here. And thanks, guys, for joining and talking with us. And talk soon.